say. It's time. It's time. It's time to talk some sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and coming to you from the YouTube world, man. We are the Real to Sports Podcast. And this is the Tuesday Night Delight sports to talk about, man. We got some NBA and some NFL news to talk about. And at the end of the show, we will have a trivia showdown. We got the undisputed champ up in the building. He will be taking on Mr. President today. Yeah, Mr. President today, man. So you guys fasten your seatbelts and get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the Tuesday Night Delight coming right at you, man. Sports to talk about right here on the Real to Sports Podcast. All right, man. I feel better now. That theme hit me. I'm rolling now, baby. I'm rolling, man. Thank you guys so much for being here with us on this 4th of July, man. Happy Independence Day to everybody out there, man. Happy Independence Day. I know the beer is on ice right now, and the hot dogs and the hamburgers is on the grill, man. But please do us a huge favor, man. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that thumbs up for us. And you first-time viewers, man, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications because you belong right here with us on the Real to Sports Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Real to Sports, at Real to Sports on Twitter right now. And join our group on our sports group on Facebook, man. The Real to Sports group and Fantasy League is coming up fast, so you might want to join, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. The gang's all here, man. It's just us three. That's us three, man. That's us three. And speaking of three, man, the very faithful, he is the Real to Sports president, Real to Sports group president. He is the president, ladies and gentlemen, the people's president. He represents the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders, part of the Black Hole. And he is Oklahoma State's alumni, the very faithful, the Lou Gehrig of the Real to Sports Podcast. Always here, always standing strong. He is a heel. Here's Young Mark. Young Mark in the building.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out to the good brother Wall Street, man. Hope you feeling all right today, bro. We thinking about you. Street. Can't wait to have you back on the show, bringing all that Cowboys noise. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. And out to the other squad, man. Old Philly G and Deuce. Old Philly G and Deuce and GC, man. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here on a rare Tuesday. On a rare Tuesday, the legend is here, ladies and gentlemen. And he represents the NFC North Division champion. They are the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Ladies and gentlemen, the mighty Minnesota Vikings. He is the OG, and he is the undisputed Real to Sports Trivia champion, the man with the 2 belts. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Q Diggity Dog.
What's up, my people? Yeah.
Dog. The dog is in the building. The dog is in the building. They love the dog. Miss Jones is in the building. There she go.
Good to see you, Miss
Jones.
Jones.
No, he is miserable. I know he is. I know he is, boy. Ooh, that streak has been crossed.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord Street, boy. He may sit down for a minute.
Hey, but at least he's taking care of his health though.
Yeah,
as black men, we don't always do that. So it's always good to see your brother taking care of himself.
I don't want to go do it one day, goddamn, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Speedy recovery, Street. Speedy recovery, brother. Speedy recovery. Holy hell. Again, man, we thank you guys for being here with us on this Tuesday, man. We're gonna get this show rolling. We got some NBA, we got a little NFL, and we got the trivia, man. We're gonna get out your head tonight. Well, first things first, let's start in the NBA. All right, biggest news in the NBA is going on right now is Portland Trail Blazers point guard Damian Lillard requests a trade after 11 seasons with the Blazers. Dame Lillard is calling this shot. Portland's all-time leading scorer is ready to leave the only team he's ever played for. Damian Lillard has said repeatedly that he wants to contend for a championship, but after 11 years in Portland, he has decided he needs to move elsewhere to make that happen. Lillard asked the Trailblazers for a trade, a move that will end the 7-time All-Stars tenure with that team. Two people familiar with that matter said Saturday. The team later confirmed that Lillard had made the request. He said this, and I quote, we have been clear that we want, this is Portland saying, quote, we have been clear that we want Dame here, but he notified us today he wants out and he preferred to play someplace else. Portland General Manager John Cronin said in team's statement Saturday. What has not changed for us is that we're committed to winning and we are going to do what's best for the team in pursuit of that goal. Lillard is generating interest from the Miami Heat, Brooklyn Nets, and Philadelphia 76ers, per multiple reports. And one of the people told the Associated Press that Lillard's preference is Miami, the reigning Eastern Conference champions. Though that hardly guarantees the Trailblazers will work to facilitate that specific move. Lillard is coming off a season in which he averaged 32.2 points for the Trailblazers. He is a 7-time NBA All-Star and selected to the NBA's 75th anniversary team, but he has never been close to a title in his 11 seasons in the league. Mr. President, Damian Lillard, done. 11 years. He served his purpose in Portland. He put the team and this whole franchise on his back. He's the all-time leading scorer. But where would you think would be the next destination for Dame?
Oh man, this is tough because I'm a huge Dame Lillard fan, man. That's my guy. I honestly don't know off rip host where would be good for him. People keep mentioning the Heat, but of course, you know, when it's much easier to acquire a star in free agency than it is via trade. Because of a star of Dame Lillard's caliber, if I'm Portland, I want to get something back for him. I'm not just going to let him walk for nothing. You know, I appreciate the loyalty and the commitment he's showing to my city, but at the end of the day, you know, I still got to put a winning product on the floor. And I can't do that if I'm giving up my best player for absolutely free. So I'm looking at Miami and I'm like, outside of draft picks, do they really have any players that would entice Portland enough to make this trade? Like, is Tyler Hero good enough to warrant them shooting for Dame Lillard? So we'll see. It's just like when you're talking about trades, it makes things a little bit more complicated. So I really don't know off the top of my head who has the firepower available to entice Portland enough to make that deal.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting who's gonna land this guy. I mean, this guy's a top-notch elite player, one of the best in the game. Like you said, Tyler Hero, that really you might have to reach in the bag too in order to get that guy. You got to reach.
Yeah, I mean, because you saw how much Brooklyn had to. I mean, Phoenix had to give up to get KD out of Brooklyn. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridges and
You
Cam Johnson. I'm like, damn, they reached. They
ain't
reached.
about to get them for a ham sandwich and a bag of chips.
No, you got to give up to give up. You
Yeah.
got to give it up, boy. So, Jesus. Q Dog, Dame Lillard, man, he's on the move now. He's gonna decide where he want to go. What would you think his next destination will be?
Well, my thing about Dame Lillard, I'm like, what took so long?
Right.
What took so long? I mean, this kind of reminds me of the Kevin Garnett situation. And Kevin Garnett stayed up there in Minnesota so long, but he had the ego to the point where he felt like, well, they should build around me. Well, Dame Lillard, I mean, they showed you after year 5 and 6 and 7, that the pieces was not coming there. I mean, why wait till you get beyond a decade of playing, decide to want to make this move? I hate he wanted to do this so the latter part towards the end of his career that he wants to do this. I understand that he wants a championship, but considering his style of play, he is better off as a 1-2 punch. He has to have a center. It's something that he really hasn't had in all his career, and for his type of game is have to be inside, outside. Center to him to the center, and then work around with a 3-piece. But he has to go somewhere with a center. Those places that you mentioned, Miami Heat, 76ers, they got centers in place.
Brooklyn.
That might be a good deal for Portland to get him out of the Western Conference, get him over to the Eastern Conference. But it really looks bad on his part to wait so long. I mean, that's the thing about it. We don't know what kind of Damian Lillard we're gonna get. We're hoping we're gonna get the same Damian Lillard that was playing Portland, but he was the man at Portland. Now he wants to go somewhere where he's gonna be a piece or he's gonna be a part of something. And so we don't know how his game is gonna trans over to that type of playing. And so I just really hated that he waited so late. That's the only thing I hated. But he needs to go somewhere with a 1-2 punch. Yeah, Miami sounds like a him and Bam would be a good. That would be good. That would be a perfect fit for him. No telling what they might have to give up, but and then build pieces around them. But for a team that went to the finals and with a coach like that they have, that would definitely do good for him. I can't see him going no other place. But then again, I just hated he waited to 11 years of his career to really want to buckle down on making this move.
You killed it, Q. You killed it so much you don't understand, bro. Like when you said Kevin Garnett, that is like Kevin Garnett waited so long and he went through so much until like 2003 when they finally got out of because at one time they couldn't get out of the first round. And,
right.
Yeah, and he finally got the first round. He won his first MVP, or first and only NBA MVP. I mean, that's when he really started doing good in the latter end of his career. And then, of course, he went to Boston and won, the NBA title. But oh my God, like he waited so long, like 11 years.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it doesn't make no sense to me that the type of player that you are, and you see after maybe year 4 or 5, this franchise is not going in the direction that you're heading. And you're constantly seeing the Lakers and the Golden State constantly going to the NBA Finals and then on to the NBA Championship. Yeah. All this is happening right in front of your face. And I think one time he had went to the organization and telling them to bring some players in, and they still wasn't able to bring the type of players in that he wanted. And now it's not now you really want now that after 11 years into your career, and I hope things work out good for him. I hope, but I just see if he really wants to get somewhere where he can instantly make an impact and get to the NBA Finals, I think Miami that's his ticket.
Miami.
That's his team.
But I have a question though. Like, should we really be chastising him for taking so long? I mean, because as a fan of a small market team, like you see every day, and like you're constantly paranoid. Like, is my top star going to leave me for the bigger, brighter lights elsewhere? So for him to remain loyal to not only that community but that team for that long, if like I said, being a fan of a small market team, like I appreciate seeing that. It really does warm my heart because we've seen countless times like guys run off and dip on you, after 1 or 2 years, and you're left with nothing. He at least gave them ample chance and ample opportunity to try to do something. So it is, on the organization, but I don't think we should be, saying, dang, why'd you wait so long? At least he was one of the guys that wanted to try to make it work with the team that he was with and didn't want to go and jump at the first sign of trouble.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I just really feel like I understand what you're saying, his loyalty, but if you thirsty for an NBA champion, I mean, is it just now coming up that you really want to be an NBA champion, or was that in you all along that you want to be?
It's been in him from jump. I mean, because
if it's in you from the jump, and you spend 4, maybe 5 years with a franchise, and you see it don't go nowhere. And you still at the point in your prime, you know what I'm saying? Or you just getting into your prime. Why not make that move for you to get to to at least to the NBA Finals and possibly, the Western Conference Championship or the championship or the NBA Finals? Because the more you sit there, you wait on them, and the more they probably were sitting back like, well, we're going to do what we want to do because it seems like we're not urgent enough to put the pieces around you and the chess pieces that you need to get you to the NBA Finals. And now he done came to the realization after 11 years, they're not going to do what I've been telling them to do all this time. So it's time for me to make this power move so I can get up out of here and get to an NBA championship. But
your guy tried to do that, Q. Your guy Kobe had tried to do that with the Lakers and threatened to leave them if they didn't put pieces around him. But they put
them around him though. They brought in Gasol.
That's because you're in LA. I mean, it'd be market. Who doesn't want to play in LA? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I understand that though. But it still doesn't matter. I mean, to me, because in LA, Portland, small market, but they still don't give you the kind of pieces. Then you bounce, you go.
Yeah, you go.
You just go.
You go. And he should have realized that when CJ McCollum left. But CJ McCollum,
they traded him.
Well, so they traded him, but they didn't give anything back for him. So he ought to realize that. Because look at this. Teams, we all know Dame Lillard is a elite player. But look, nobody's want to join up with him. Everybody want to join up with LeBron James and Steph Curry. And, you got Kevin Durant going from Brooklyn to Phoenix. Why didn't he go to Portland?
And that question, host, is one that I've asked myself throughout all of this.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy. I put the blame on the organization. There's got to be something about the culture or the organization where even though you have a star talent like Dame Lillard, who when healthy is pretty much a guaranteed playoff spot on his own, why wouldn't that entice another young up-and-coming superstar who wants to win a championship to go up there and play with him? And the only thing that I can formulate is got to be something in the organization or with either with coaching, with staff, with personnel, ownership, something is what's preventing these superstars from wanting to go there.
I think they're kind of looking at the Dame Lillard situation and saying like that they pinned him in the corner where he's doomed in that organization. They figure like they don't want to be doomed. Right. They don't want to go somewhere. If he went to a couple Western Conference championships, okay, then now the organization proving that they can get there. They just need a piece. Maybe I go over, but they ain't been nowhere. All they got is just this superstar guy. So why would I go there? And I figure like they ain't never been nowhere. I might be at the latter part of my career.
Yeah.
The prime of my career. I ain't got too many years left. I want to go somewhere where they on the bleak. at least a Western Conference championship or something. But I just think at the end of the day, I just think the man waited too long.
Yeah.
He just waited too long, man.
And I think the frustration, I think he's starting to see, he may be getting frustrated because look at Minnesota's coming up. Look at the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Look at the Kings, third best team in the Western Conference. Third. And look at them coming up. Like I know he started to get frustrated a little bit. Kyrie Irving went to Dallas Mavericks to team up with Luka. So I know he probably like, damn, why nobody ain't come to team up with me?
I'm glad you said that right there because I think that thing with Sacramento the first time in how many years in the playoffs?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Q.
It was almost 30 years.
Okay, that right there, I think that might have been a straw that broke his back right there.
Yeah, it could be.
Because you take a team like that ain't been in 30 years and then make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. I know he wanted to rearrange his living room for that. Like, damn it! I mean, something sparked this guy after 11 years. It's just like, all right, I'm done.
But now he has to go and pair up with a center, which they supposed to brought a center out there.
That's right.
They had a couple of they either bounced on him or got hurt.
Yeah.
Q-Dog, to answer your question, it hasn't been that long. My bad, Sacramento. According to my record, Sacramento was last in the playoffs 2005.
That's still a long time. That's 15.
That's still yeah.
That's what am I adding that? That's 20. You said 2005?
Yes.
2005, 2006.
18 years.
18 years. 18 years.
Yeah. 18 years. 18 years. That's a long time.
They hadn't won a playoff game since 2003.
Okay, so 20.
That was the last time they 20 since they won, 15 since they 18 since they got in.
Look at another team, the Denver Nuggets. Oh boy, they couldn't get out the first round and say they lied. Look at them now.
They built their team through the draft though.
There you go.
That's another piece of the puzzle, again, just on like personal experience, being a fan of a small market team.
Yeah.
We had Kemba, and Kemba was the man, and we couldn't get any good, talented pieces around him.
Terrible.
So it's easier said than done sometimes, especially when you're in that small market, because players just don't want to go.
They don't want to go because, like I said before, time and time again through this podcast and in previous episodes, that you have to be attractive. You have to just like a woman. A woman got to show a little leg to get a man. You got to show some kind of winning way. And Portland has won. Oh my God, since I don't know when. You just have to be a little bit more presentable to yourself. You got to show that you can win. Like now that the Miami Heat has went to the NBA Finals, now people want to play with Jimmy Butler. Watch. Now the Joker has won the NBA championship. Now probably everybody want to play with the Joker. You got different podcasts out here that saying, no, the Joker's the truth. If I can come out of retirement, I'll play with him. See? It's the attractiveness. That NBA title. I'm sorry.
It's also a curse being in a small market just because,
Absolutely.
Also the Nuggets won the NBA championship this year, but if you turn on ESPN in the morning, all they talking about is the Lakers and what they're doing, or it's just tough, really, really, really tough being like a star player and a fan in one of these small market teams. I wish it was a little bit more balanced, like kind of how it is in the NFL, where even if you are in a small market, you can still bring in some big free agents and some star players. But in the NBA, man, if you ain't one of them big hub cities with a lot going on, man, it's just tough.
Yeah, you're gonna get drifted away. Look at the Houston Rockets now. The Houston Rockets, they already drifted away, but they're trying to come back to shore by getting Van Fleet. And who else did they got? They got Udoka as the coach now. So here it is now that their foundation has drifted out in the ocean and it's gone. Now they're trying to bring it back. Now you're putting this post in and that post in, and you're pouring the concrete. Then you're going up. Now, if Van Fleet is, I wouldn't say a big post to hold, but you can see the direction that they're trying to go. We don't see that with Portland. We don't see that with Portland. Like Portland is, I mean, you got Scoop, but I mean, do you really need Scoop?
I think just looking back on his overall career in Portland, hosting Q-Dog, I think really the nail in the coffin for them as far as like being attractive ended when LaMarcus Aldridge chose to leave. And it just felt like after LaMarcus Aldridge left, they couldn't get another big name free agent, couldn't get another like legitimate all-star to pair with Dame.
Yeah.
McCollum was good, but Aldridge was, on another level. So when they lost him, and I think he probably regrets leaving too. The fact that he could have been there with Dame this whole time. But I think when they lost him, man, it just did damage that they just haven't been able to recover from.
Why you think Aldridge left?
I honestly don't know, Q-Dog, because
if you there, we're talking about like we're talking about a 1-2 punch here, and if he felt like if they was going in there, is something he must have felt like this organization is not headed. He chose to go to. He went to the Spurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah, after he left Portland, he went.
He went to the Spurs, and I think that I think he kind of felt like the organization wasn't headed in a direction where, like winning championship, and he can go play with somebody like Popovich that's a proven coach that can get him there like he wanted to get there. It didn't turn out like he wanted to, but he was already there and planted there with Dame. So it's just sometimes it's just about the organization that I don't want to say that the organization is Zoom, because at one time they was a good franchise with Clyde Drexler and Jerome Kersey and they was pretty good back then.
Duckworth.
You know what I'm saying? Duckworth, Chris Robinson coming off the bench, one of the best six men that ever played.
Yes,
so I think it's just got something to do with management, man. It just ain't never really been able to, don't nobody really want to come out there, really.
Nope.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because a lot of players looked at, I don't want to go nowhere where I feel like, I'm gonna be my career gonna be doomed.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this organization is making players feel like that.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. I mean, the New Orleans Pelicans the same way. I mean, you got Zion. How long you gonna hold on to this guy? How long?
That's the, I keep bringing it up, host, but that's the part that comes with being a small market team. Like you have to hold on to whatever superstar talent you can get, because you never know when you're gonna get it again.
I get that, but the question is how long? Because when Zion's there, he got asses in seats. But when he's not there, you can see a New Orleans game. You see a bunch of red seats everywhere. Nobody's there.
I don't know.
How long are you gonna hold on to that?
The struggles of being in a small market, man.
And he stay hurt all the time. Now, but with Dame is out there every game. Dame don't even get hurt like that.
Mm-mm.
And he's dedicated.
He's dedicated. And somebody is going to. It looks like he really tried to. I know he's supposed to dip out earlier, but it looks like he really tried to have patience and with that organization. But enough is enough, because now we see all these other teams, these we call them sorry teams, but low ranked teams now coming up again. Especially the Kings. Holy hell! Like now the Kings is coming up and they look really good. So it's like, oh man, we got to get this together. Look at Detroit Pistons. They got Monty Williams. They like, yo, we don't want to get drifted way out. We don't want to get way out in the seed. We want to come back in. So we got to do what it takes.
The small market teams you mentioned, though, host all built their teams through the draft. You know, like Sacramento was built through the draft. They don't have no big, marquee free agent name on their team. And neither really does Denver. They just had all-stars that were homegrown. So even places like that struggle to bring in big names.
Yeah. And is it a struggle, or is it just they don't want to do it?
I think it's a struggle. Just trying to entice players to come to your small town team is just really tough. Like, why, go to Charlotte or go to a place like Portland or Milwaukee when I can go to a bustling metropolis like Houston or LA or, be in San Francisco with Golden State, you know what I mean? So
if I was playing, I would want to go, and you're going to think this is shade, but I would want to go play for Charlotte because, that's going to make me a dog. To play beside LaMelo, LaMelo's going to make me good, and I'm going to make LaMelo good, and we're gonna go out there and bust our ass on the court, and that's going to get the attention from the owners, and that's going to get attention from the fans, and boom, the Spectrum Center is loaded. Just like that. It's going to make you want to be a dog. And that's the difference between now and back in the day. Back in the day, man, they wanted to be dogs. They wanted to compete. I'm not saying that these guys don't want to compete these days in the NBA, but it's all about the money. Everybody getting free money today. I mean, today's day, but man, back in the day, man, everybody wanted to compete, and I would want to go to Charlotte.
Is money even a motivator? Because the NBA created the CBA to where like you can get much more in a max contract deal in a small market team than you can in a big market team. But even with that out there, it's just not enough to get people to come.
Yeah. But again, I blame that. I can't give them a free pass. I got to get it to the owners, man. The owners in the organization. You man, somebody, they got millions, bro, and I'm not gonna give them a pass on that. They got millions, and you need to go out here and just roll the dice and take a chance. You can't be like the Lakers, no. You can't be like the New York Knicks, no. You can't be like those rich franchises, but you got to have that GM. It's kind of like you, Q, with the Minnesota Vikings and your GM. You got to be able to have that mindset in the no talent. You just got to get it.
Well, here one last thing I'll say about this host, because you sparked something. I had to look it up real quick. You mentioned ownership. Well, the Blazers don't have an owner right now. They're owned by a trust group, if you will. That's very true. Because their owner passed away, unfortunately, in 2018. So
that's very true.
I wonder if that's playing a part in their struggles as well, like not having that stable ownership.
It could be. You're right. Miami looked like, he said he want to go to Miami. Q said Miami will be.
That's the best bet.
Yeah. And you know what? Him going there with Jimmy Butler, but I'm not looking at Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler's going to be Jimmy Butler. Dame is going to be the dog in there. But I'm looking at, I think Dame Lillard could really, really, really elevate Bam Adebayo. Holy smoke, he can. It's going to definitely elevate his game because Bam already elevated because he had to play against Joker in the finals, and he looked great. So this right here, by playing with a premier elite point guard like Dame Lillard, oh my God, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Now, I just see three. I don't know who's the other two going to be on that team. Maybe Kevin Love will return. I can't see that, but that's good. I want to see that. Miami going to the Miami Heat. I wouldn't mind him going to the Sixers. That would be good. Joel deserves to have a 1-2 combination. I mean, somebody to be his Robin.
Yeah, he has to go to somewhere where there's a center. He can't go to one with the same situation that he has before. He can't do that.
There you go.
He might well stay there.
Yeah, he might as well. And Philly will be good because even though Joel is a big man, I mean, he's the MVP and he can put up 50. Of course, you can see that he's a scoring center. So I mean, goddamn, that would work. But I don't know about Philly because they got a new Nick Nurse is the coach now, and I think they're gonna lose their defensive presence since Doc Rivers is gone. So it's gonna be a little bit different. But we'll see. NBA season coming up in October again, so we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see where Dame. Hopefully, in a couple days, we'll see where Dame will go. And we'll definitely talk about it here on the Real Sports Podcast like we normally do. All right, man. Let's jump into some football, man. Here we go. football. Oh boy. Miss Jones, if you still watching, Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. I say Commanders.
He got it right this time.
I got it. He is fired up in the head of first season as the Commanders offensive coordinator. It's giving me a whole new look. He quoted. Eric Bieniemy held out incredibly long for a head coaching job, and in the end, he accepted an offensive coordinator position elsewhere. There are benefits to what most might see as lateral move. Bieniemy leaves the explosive cheese. Boy, explosive. Bieniemy I'm gonna be nice, Mark. The enemy leaves the explosive Chiefs for the Commanders, but also steps out of the shadow of Andy Reid, free to stake his claim to anything positive his offense produces. He said this, and I quote, "I'm fired up and excited," Bieniemy said. It's giving me a whole new outlook. Bieniemy has plenty of reason to be excited, and he's acting accordingly, stressing intensely and attention to detail. His new players have taken notice rather quickly, especially second-year receiver Jahan Dotson, who could help Washington out a whole lot if he develops into a legitimate threat of the opposite Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. He was like, you have so much potential, and I'm going to make sure I get it out of you, Dotson said. That's what you want in someone. That's kind of how my dad was at a very young age. He saw the potential in me and made sure I worked to get to where I wanted to be in life. You got to cherish people like that in your life. So I'm super thankful to have him as my offensive coordinator. Q Dog, the diggity dog, the diggity dog. Bieniemy, offensive coordinator with the Washington Commanders. Do you see the Commanders making a turnaround with this guy as the offensive coordinator for the Commanders in a tough division?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. He was up under the shadow of Andy Reid for so long. We knew that we would say that it's Eric Bieniemy, but a lot of times we knew that, Andy Reid had his hands in there a lot of times.
Yeah, big time.
Big time. And I think that's it's good he got it from the umbrella of Andy Reid, so he can go somewhere and it could be solely on him. So I know he knows running backs, being a fantastic running back himself from Colorado, also coaching Adrian Peterson himself. So he knows running backs. But I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I mean, this is his first year, like I say, being up on the channel, Andy Reid, and he's an old schooler. Some of these, I don't know if some of these new players can take the old schoolers like they used to. We will see. I can't really say because he's been under Andy Reid so long, and so which Andy Reid being a good, head coach and offensive-minded coach himself for so many years, and being up under that shadow. So we knew it was he just had the title, but we know it was a mixture of Andy Reid. But now it's just him. So we're gonna see how he could just handle it by himself.
Right. It's a clean slate, pretty much. So here we
go. He got the drive.
Oh my goodness, my man is in the building. Drunk. What's up, Drunk? Been a long time. What's up, Drunk? He said, I'm going to give Eric 3 seasons before I put out a verdict because they still don't have a quarterback. Very true. Very true, Drunk. Very true. I give you that, Drunk. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mr. President. Mr. President, now you know the Washington Commanders now because I know you are a DC native, so you know what's going on. Well, up there in Washington. I wish T-Rock was on because he's up in that DC area too to know what's going on there, and you have the feel of the Washington style. So, Eric Bieniemy, man, do you think that he can actually turn the Washington Commanders offense around in the tough division?
I believe so. Just because I personally believe in Coach Bieniemy and what he brings to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I really, this is a triggering subject for me because I really hate that every time people talk about Eric Bieniemy, it's always he's been under the shadow of Andy Reid. I hate that narrative because it's complete BS. Working under Andy Reid didn't stop John Harbaugh, didn't stop Sean McDermott, didn't stop Ron Rivera. It didn't stop Q Dog's favorite coach of all time, Leslie Frazier, from getting head coaching jobs. So why does it have to
start nothing more?
Yeah, I might regret that comment later on in trivia.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that.
Being under Coach Andy Reid didn't stop those guys from getting their shot at being a head coach. I don't know why it stopped Eric Bieniemy, but just looking at Washington's roster, they have a good offensive line. They have one of the best receiving cores in all of football between Scary Terry and Josh Dotson. Man, I would good luck trying to guard them because they really are a phenomenal offensive team. But like Drunk said, it's really a matter of QB. Can Eric Bieniemy's system mesh well with Jacoby Brissett or Sam Howell, whoever gets the starting gig up there at FedEx Field this year? So it's going to be interesting to see. But I will say this from a personal note, though, if they do, decide to go in a different direction at quarterback and try to draft somebody young, Coach Bieniemy would be a good mentor to have just because he is so old school and you kind of need that extra discipline and that extra toughness on your quarterback to prepare him for what he's going to face in the NFL, both on the field and from fans, because fans can be really ruthless at that position. So I think having that old school toughness can really benefit a young player. But my only concern about Eric's current situation, though, host, is the state of the team. They're about to complete a sale, get new ownership. I wonder how new ownership is going to feel about Coach Rivera, because Coach Rivera's been up there for a minute. He's had some moderate success, but after that magical run in 2020, it haven't really done too much. So I wonder if management is going to want to move on and rebuild the team a little bit. And if they do decide to move on from Coach Rivera, what does that then do for Eric Bieniemy, and his
good point
job status? So that's my real concern with him right now. But as far as like on the field goes, I think he'll be phenomenal up there in Washington. I really do.
That's a good point with the organization. Drunk said 4th of July show and y'all working. I had to stop through. Oh, no doubt, bro. No doubt, man. 4th of July, man. Hey, the beat goes on around here. The beat goes on around here, man. These guys came through, man. You just don't know. I appreciate Q Dog and Mr. President, of course, always. I really wanted Washington to get Jimmy G this offseason. So Eric would start with something. He said, Perez, Rivera is expired.
Oh, damn.
Right,
expired
ramen. They just trying to decide if it's time to toss it or if it's still. I agree with that. What up, Philly G? Philly G. Up there, Durham, the Bulls, at the baseball game.
Yeah.
But Mr. President, I'm glad you say something like that. And honestly, by him playing for Kansas City and watching him, watching them Kansas City Chiefs, I think he's gonna do good. Miss Jones, you hear me now? I'm with you. because I think he's going to do good with these young guys. They already seeing that he's more of a father figure, and they see him as a father figure. He's already bringing leadership in there, which is good. Okay, you got offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy. You got a good defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio. Got a good stern head coach, Rivera. But I think they're going to be good in the offense. Now, I think they got to get Sam Howell. They got to get him, because what I hear, man, his accuracy is not that good in training, but that's training camp. Okay, you got Jacoby Brissett. Just not a guy that's going to lead you in the promised land. Not in the NFC East division with Philly as the dog, and then you got the Cowboys. I mean, people talk bad about the Cowboys, man, but the Cowboys has a pretty stern defense. Look at the Giants under Wink Martindale; they have improved totally. So the Giants is on their way of getting better. They're gonna have to compete. What's his name? Aaron Bieniemy. He likes to overload in offense, meaning he's gonna do a lot of trip bunches like Kansas City did when they had Schuster. They had Schuster. What's his name?
Mecole Hardman.
Yeah. Schuster, Hartman, and Kelsey. Those three on the same on one side, and then Sky was on the other side by itself. A trips bunch, and so that's an overload. Trips bunch overload. They call it trips bunch overload basket. And so Bieniemy likes to do that, and he got Dotson and McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. Those three guys can fly.
Yeah.
So I think with those three right there, man, he's gonna make some moves and some chessboards. He learned a lot from Andy Reid. I think he's gonna make some moves with Washington, but he just like Drunk said, he got to get that quarterback position right. He got to get it right. He got to get it right, bro. He got to get a quarterback.
Not him, but the organization.
Yeah, the organization, yeah. But him too, because they're gonna have to. If whoever the quarterback coach, they're gonna have to really develop this guy. Because I mean, you throwing Sam Howell to the wolves, and this is the part where they should have kept come on, Mark.
Heineke.
Yep, they should have kept him. That was your franchise quarterback right there.
We say that, but in talking to my family, my family is all diehard, crazy Washington fans. Believe it or not, man, a lot of them they love Heineke as a person, but weren't really pushing for him to be on the field as their quarterback because they just didn't feel like he brought enough to the table to win football games for him. So they were sad to see the person go, but a lot of them really weren't even that upset that he was gone.
Yeah. John said, how y'all feel about Brian Robinson Jr.? He's good.
He is. I'm rooting for that young man. I normally don't root for Alabama players, but I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good though. Real talk. A lot of people I seen got the Giants finishing below Washington because of Saquon's situation, and that could be. But the Giants have so much momentum coming from last year, and I think they're going to bring it into this year, Saquon or not.
I mean, they got one of the best tight ends in all of football, in my opinion.
Their defense alone is getting a lot better. And Wink Martindale is a I mean, he's a get the quarterback type of. He believes in blitzing.
Yeah,
he believes in blitzing, not zero blitzing, but gap blitzing. Filling that A gap. He don't stack the box too much, but he believes in getting that gap. And the Washington got a lot on their hands, man. They got a lot on their hands. But I think their offense can click, but it's going to be up to that quarterback, bro.
I'm surprised they haven't really made any moves with the quarterbacks that just came out of the spring football leagues like the XFL and the USFL because it's a lot of talented QBs that just came out of those leagues. And I'm surprised Washington didn't try to bring any of them in for camp. That was really surprising for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a different ball game now, and it's good Washington is going that way. I'm actually a little bit happy for them. I would like to see them compete in that division. All 4 teams compete in that division. It's going to be big. Down in the NFC. Speaking of NFC, man, we're gonna. It's not on the list, but I know Q Dog is ready for old Brian Flores to get that Vikings defense up the party, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
I know you ready for that, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah, boy. Hey, Mark, we got them December 10th, bro. They're gonna be a problem.
Man, hey,
they're gonna be a problem.
Everybody talking about Justin Jefferson. You know me, man. I'm incredibly invested emotionally in the XFL. They got Lucky freaking Jackson, man, and Lucky Jackson was high key the best receiver, if not the second best receiver with Hakeem Butler out of St. Louis. Yeah. He was one of the best receivers in the XFL. That man has reliable hands and get away from the cop speed, a bar from my man Gus Johnson. So that man gonna be a problem opposite Justin Jefferson. I'm looking for him to get off this year.
And don't forget your boy Addison, Jordan Addison, boy.
Yeah.
Jeez, they're gonna be a problem. See, we don't have anybody to cover Jefferson. We don't have a corner. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, man, we in trouble. If 18
can we
leave 18
can we reach
home
back in time and go get Nandi Awesomar real quick?
Okay. Hey, Q, leave 18 home.
He need to catch the Vegas flu or something.
Yeah, so bro, leave him home. We don't want to see him. We don't want to see him, man. But again, man, the Washington Commanders, it's going to be all up to their quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, and good old Sammy Howell to come through for these guys. If not, man, 5 games, 5-12. 5-12.
As long as they don't do better than the Raiders, I'm content. I want to be able to visit my family for the holidays. You know what I mean?
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. All right, fellas, y'all ready? See the show here. I ain't got that to talk about, man. So we got some trivia, man. Here we go. All right, man. Both belts on the line here. We got the undisputed champ. The undisputed champ is in the house. The Diggity Dog. The Diggity Dog is in the building. He's going against Mr. President. Mr. President here. Here we go. And matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, these two guys are the most winningest guys in trivia. Q Dog has the best record in trivia, followed by Young Mark.
And if it weren't for Q Dog, I would be the undisputed GOAT of trivia on the Real to Sports podcast. But I've never beaten Q Dog in my trivia career.
Oh,
Q Dog is tough, man.
The only man to hold an undefeated record against me.
And the only man to hold the undisputed title 3 times.
Yep.
Three. Good Lord. All right, man. We're going to jump into the trivia, man. This is for the undisputed title. Both belts are on the line. So, undisputed championship will go, instead of the usual 7, it will go 10. 10 questions, both NFL and NBA. On the line here, undisputed title on the line. Q-Dog, you are the undisputed champion, so you get to hit this thing first. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir. Bring it on.
Here we go. How many teams did Deion Sanders play on in his career? Oh, prime.
Four. Yeah.
No.
Huh.
Mark?
I got 5.
5 it is.
Yes, sir.
5 it
Washington.
is.
People forget he played for Washington.
Yep.
I was the Redskins. That's the ones I missed.
Yep. He played for the Redskins for like a hiccup.
Yeah, it was a quick hiccup too.
Yeah, very quick. Very quick, bro. That was stolen by Mr. President. So it's back on you, Q Dog. What college did De'Aaron Fox attend?
It's NBA? De'Aaron? Oh. Okay. Oof. Oh, God.
Oh, host.
No,
Host for the win.
I wouldn't know that.
Okay.
I got you. He's a Kentucky Wildcat.
You hear me?
Kentucky.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Kentucky Wildcats it is. IQ. They're in the hole 2-0 now.
Yeah, he punching.
IQ, though. How many selected rounds there are in the NFL draft?
Oh, 7 rounds.
7 rounds it is. The dog is on the board. All right, Mr. President. The NCAA rule that bans messages on eye paint during college football games is what rule now?
Geez.
Yeah.
I know college football because I know Reggie Bush used to do this every game, but I don't know the specific rule, so I'm gonna pass on that one.
Okay, Diggity Dog.
No, I wouldn't know it.
All right, it's the Tim Tebow rule.
They stopped it because of Tebow in the John 3:16.
Remember, he's putting the quotes on his.
Yeah, he used to do different Bible verses every game. I didn't know they stopped it because of him.
Yeah, because of old Tim
wow.
Tebow. All right, Mr. President, back on you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who won the NBA scoring title 3 years in a row from 2018 to 2020? NBA scoring title.
I know it wasn't my first choice because he was hurt during that time period. 18 to 20. I'm about to go with Steph.
No. Diggity Dog, you can catch up right here. The tie.
See if I can give it a shot. I'm still. I don't know.
You don't know? Giving it up?
Yeah.
James Harden. James Harden. All right, Bart. What coach led the Seattle Seahawks to their first Super Bowl?
All right, I have a clarification question. Is this on appearance or victory?
Appearance.
If it's appearance, it was Mike Holmgren.
He led him there. Mike
Holmgren. Hey, I'd rather be sure than unsure. You know what I mean?
Yep. He led him there. All right, Q. Got three to go here, so still in the ball game here. Who was the NBA Finals MVP in 2015? NBA Finals 2015. These are tough, Mandy.
Kevin Garnett.
No. 2015? No. Bart?
Was it Andre Iguodala?
Iguodala it is.
Oh, dang, hit me in the mouth.
Iguodala it is. Iguodala. Oh, Q Dog. Come on now. Come on, dog.
Got me on the wrong day. Got me on the off day, baby. Tuesday my day.
You Saturday man.
Hey, tell
All
D
right.
right that.
Here we go, Q Dog.
Come on,
Calvin
folks.
Megatron Johnson attended this university.
Ooh.
Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Oh, yeah, that's my question.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech it is. Georgia Tech for the dog. All right, diggity dog. It's 4-2 here, so you still got a chance now. Mark get these two wrong. Still got a chance.
Slip. Slip on that banana peel. Slip on that banana peel. Watch out for that tree.
Oh, Georgia the Jungle.
Georgia the Jungle, baby.
Yeah, Georgia the Jungle, guys.
Hey, bro.
Gotta do something.
Oh boy, that's memories right there.
I ain't gonna try to pull an Adrian Peterson and trip up right before the record. You know what I mean?
Oh
no, that's a phrase on that. I'm gonna get you for that one too.
Yeah, that was legend phrase on that one, bro.
That was left phrase on that.
Yes, sir.
Get me started on him.
That's your favorite coach of all time, Q Dog.
Oh my God! Oh man, my boy Steve, you holding the title right now.
Let him go ahead and get it out, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you. GC, what's up with you, GC?
What's going on, folks?
GC's in the building.
GC.
All right, Mark, here we go. Oh, man. NBA champion and Miami Heat great Dwayne Wade is originally from this city and has had a chance to play for them.
Oh, Chi-Town, Chicago.
Chicago it is. Chicago Bulls. Well, Q-Dog, you done put the final nail in the coffin here. Well, you go ahead. Let's get this one right here. Let's get this last one, Q. Who was the Houston Texans' very first draft pick in franchise history?
Ooh. That's a good one.
I went tough today, then.
David Carr?
David Carr it is.
There you go.
There you go. David Carr it is.
Dang, he didn't slip on that banana peel.
He did. You got that last one, so if he missed that Wade, you would have got that Wade, then we'd have been overtime. God damn. Oh man. Well, Q-Dog, they gonna say you like Kirk Cousins can't win on prime time now.
Nah, I'm on prime time. I went on Saturday's on prime time. I went on prime time.
Oh man, you have to go there on the whole sky, dog.
Yeah, you wrong for that.
Yeah, no, you know what they gonna call for you now. I'm just telling them what they
Nah,
gonna say.
you wrong for that.
That was cold blooded.
Y'all hit me in my reels today, boy. I saw y'all. I'm wrong for that, bro.
Well, you done done it so many times, so I guess you know how it is. Because one thing about Q, when Q get in the ring, he don't stop, bro. He don't stop,
man.
Like Python, bro. He tell you, don't get in the ring. Do not get in the ring. All right, Mr. President. Mr. President, man. Yeah, Mr. President.
Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate it, Q Dog. That was one hell of a fight. I finally overcame my demons, man. I finally cemented myself as the GOAT of Real to Sports Podcast Trivia, so I can retire a happy man.
What? The GOAT?
I done beat everybody that was the beat. I done finally took down Q Dog.
Well, Q did it first. Q beat everybody.
Yeah.
She said, "It's okay, Q Dog."
Nah.
Somebody watching you? Oh, okay, all right. She told me to watch it. All right, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna leave the dog alone. I'm gonna leave the dog alone, man. I'm gonna leave the dog alone. I'm gonna leave the dog alone. Oh man,
yeah, that's all right.
Mr. President, man, you are the second man to hold the undisputed Real Sports Trivia title.
Hey man, I appreciate it.
Undisputed. So both belts go back on you. We're gonna separate those things in a couple of weeks, man, and here we go. Man.
I just have one request, if I can.
Yes, sir.
For me, when I hold the NFL Trivia Championship, can I get my old silver and black back?
I don't have a man. I don't have that silver and black no more. It's all gold. Old goldies now.
All right. I thought I'd ask.
Throw a logo on there. Say, what's up, Mystery Sauce?
Hey, Mr. Sauce, appreciate it.
Le President on.
And they tried to impeach me on Saturday. Now I'm the champ.
Yeah, right. He's about to get impeached, Q. Au revoir, Mystery Sauce. Au revoir.
Appreciate you being here, bro.
Oh man, no doubt, man. Oh, fun show, man. You guys in the live chat. Miss Jones, my man, Mystery Sauce. It's always good to see Drunk, Philly G, GC. Who else up in here, man? Shout out to everybody up in the live chat, man. We appreciate everybody on this Tuesday night, man. But you know, man, that's our show for today. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of Sports to Talk About, man. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, man. Share the show. Do what you got to do. Put it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do with it. Let people know that we are here. And let people know we are here, man. You first timers also, man. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications, man. We got the Diggity Dog, man, on a Tuesday. And I'm telling you, it is always an honor. Always an honor to have the legend up in the building, man. What you got? What was there, OG? What you got there, OG?
Glad y'all was able to tune in on a Tuesday, on the 4th of July. It's a rare appearance for me. I'm normally out on a Tuesday. But shout out to Mark for a great match. I'm soon to come back to get my crown again, Mark. So don't hold it on too long. And y'all be safe out there. Don't light too many firecrackers tonight. I'm trying to sleep.
He's trying to sleep.
Yeah, real, baby.
I'm trying to get that beauty rest. I see.
Yeah, I'm trying to sleep. I go see the man in the morning.
Yeah, so we all do, bro. You gotta punch that clock in the morning, boy. Have all the fireworks. We ain't worried about all that. Keep it quiet tonight. Oh man. All right, man. We'll be back this Saturday, man. We'll be back this Saturday, but at a much later time, man, which is 3:30 p.m., man. And again, my apologies for the late start, man. But you know, I coach basketball and I got a 2:00 game, so I'm battling with the athletic director. I want earlier games. I told him I do a podcast, man. But nevertheless, we will be here Saturday, man, for the Real Sports Talk Show. Of course, we got the NBA and NFL news, man. So we will be here Saturday at 3:30. Start time will be around 3:30, man. So we hope to see you guys in the live chat and watching us live everywhere for all 24 countries around the world. Shout out to all 24 countries out there that's watching the Real Sports podcast, man. Everybody have a safe 4th of July. Like you said, keep it down out there. Keep it down out there because we try to sleep.
That's right.
Yeah. But again, man, we will be back this Saturday, man. This Saturday right here on YouTube, the Real Sports Podcast, man. So everybody have a safe 4th. For the legend himself, the Diggity Dog. Yes, sir. And the new champ, Mr. President, Young Mark, man. Again, man, from here to us and to you, everybody, happy 4th of July. We'll see you guys Saturday, 3:30, right here on the Real Sports Podcast. Everybody be safe and stay safe. We out.